guys, welcome back. Welcome to spring 2022. We're in a new season, baby, a new season. And welcome back to Clockwork, Dance Noodles. I am so excited to kick off with some new anime. Every time it gets to an end of a season, I really feel the stories are done. I've had enough. I want a break and I'm back and now I'm refreshed and I'm excited to get new stories. And if you are finding me for the first time, hello and welcome. So let's start a new journey and we're going to be breaking down Dance Danseur. I love the title. I really enjoy saying that one. It makes me feel just posh. And I think about ballet because it's all French and it's all terms and Latin terms. Just sounds sophisticated. So think about ballet is just sophisticated. I did take a course of ballet, hated my tutor, so I stopped. And I think the teacher in this one is really awesome. Junpei, your name makes me think bad things because Jujutsu Kaisen Junpei didn't have such a good turnout. So before we get going, guys, make sure you guys are subscribed because it really helps me out. And the big goal is hitting 1K by the end of the year. Can we do it? Hopefully do a live stream for you guys. We get to talk anime. Just have an hour of talking anime with you guys. I hope we can do it. I love anime. I love talking about anime. And talking anime to you guys makes me happy. I think dance is a sport. So we can call it a sports anime. I like things like Welcome to the Ballroom. Love that anime in general. If you haven't seen Welcome to the Ballroom, check it out. It is ballroom dancing, so it's not ballet, but there's a lot of similarities. I think the art styles are the same. I like this anime. I've got good vibes for this anime. I'm going to get it out off the bat. I'm going to say it once and once only. The details in the eye, I know it's from the manga, is a bit distracting to me. It either looks like the character is constantly crying 24/7, or it really looks like they've got a ring light right in front of them. I won't mention it again. Little rings in the eyes that every single character has. I'm not a fan of that, but I'm a fan of everything else. That's the one thing I'm not keen on, but it's not going to let me bother me because this first episode was very, very promising. I really, really enjoyed it. The OP is just stylish. I love the first person point of view that we get. Really clever. I don't think I've seen an OP like this where we are following the character from their point of view. And so when Junpei goes into seemingly a dance down the corridor, it feels like we've got a fisheye lens on and we are with him. I feel like I'm playing a game and I'm controlling Junpei. I like it. I also really like the watercolor effect that they've gone for. Everything in this anime looks pretty. Everything looks gorgeous. It's Mappa, of course it's going to look gorgeous. I was making a joke earlier about Mappa and their recent anime. There's a lot of death following Mappa in the anime they're actually producing. And I was like, there's no way they could fit death into an anime about ballet, because it's ballet, man. Ballet is amazing. I stand corrected, but I'm still talking about the amazing OP. I love the kaleidoscope perspective we've got going on and seeing our characters dancing at all angles. Everything just really stands out. This is an OP that has grabbed my attention. Whether I mention it in my midway review or not, we'll see. If you do not know, I do a midway review each season of top OPs, top EDs, and current standing of animes. At least the OP is definitely going to get a shout out because it's just clever. I like the way that you've done it. It's a energetic sport, even if he is trying to go into martial arts. These are all very highly energetic sports. I like the fact that your OP is similar. It gears you up. It's exciting. We're off on a journey. Throughout the change of perspectives, swapping from character to character, we get to look at the cast, but we get to see every single character. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a very good one. I like the energetic introduction to Junpei because he tries to do a flying kick. You can't hide a ballet kick from me because that's definitely a ballet move you're doing, which is obviously where Miyako actually recognizes that move from the classroom. It's jumping around and acting cool because he tries to do a flying kick. I'm going to use martial arts to cover up the fact that I actually love ballet. I love the introduction we get with the kid, seeing something that makes them want to go, this is what I want to do. Anything I can really think of that every time I see it or I experience it, it makes me go, I wish I was doing it. It's musical theatre. If I go and see any musical theatre production, I just want to be on the stage. I want to be in it. That's the experience I get with the whole sparkle, sparkle, boom, boom type thing. Junpei is just a very rebellious but a very passionate character. I love how passionate he is. The rebellious nature as well gives me a bit of a Bakugo vibe from My Hero Academia. We've caught up with Junpei as he's grown up, undergoing the I'm going into the martial arts phase, and ballet wasn't really for me because I'm a boy. I get so excited when I meet male dancers because they're so rare. Similar to me, if you don't know me or if you are familiar with me, I do modelling. Meeting a male model is very, very rare. Very infrequently do I see male models. I just wish I could see more. I am am all for seeing more inclusion in sports like this. Even if we are using the martial arts guys to cover up the ballet, both of them use these very high energetic movements, often overlooked that a lot of martial arts do include dance-like moves. If you can dance, you can probably be very good at martial arts because you know about spatial awareness and how to move your body. Seeing what young Junpei could do, that there is a prodigy. Just seeing him already pulling off those movements, that's insane. I can't even do the splits, and I did take a course of ballet, and I still can't do the splits. Would love to. There was a point when I was really training myself to do the splits. My legs just don't do the split thing. I really wish I could. What we do here a bit later on as well is that the older you get, the less likely you are to pull it off because your body just isn't as nimble, and there's a point when your bones stop growing. It's all about getting in early with some of these sports. So you'll hear a lot of times when they say, oh, this sports person has retired at 35, and you're like, whoa, 35 is really young. Not for sport. Really scary world. I always really wanted to be a figure skater. I actually love figure skating, and yes, I do like Yuri on Ice. I'm way too old. I'm already hitting an age which would be a retirement age. Welcome to Clockwork Dandy Noodles. We go off topic all the time around here. Love the supportive father. He does say, are you sure, do you really want to do this? And he sees how excited, he sees that sparkling look in his son's eye and goes, you know what, you're happy, go for it, give it a shot. Supportive family. This time we're going from a supportive background. Both parents are very supportive of what he wants to become, and that obviously leading into our sad backstory when the supportive father figure vanishes. It feels like Junpei needs to step up. So there's the question of what is manly, what is actually the right thing to do. He ends up deciding that I'm going to become the person that everyone needs, as opposed to what it is that I really want. A nice explanation of the character we meet right at the start, the one who is a member of a dojo, the one who is trying to be manly. We're already maybe about halfway into the anime. The anime is already giving us enough backstory to understand the character, how they have become the way they are, but the fact that we know that Junpei actually loves dancing and he's just trying to hide it. Miyako is absolutely lovely. I love this design. This design is absolutely gorgeous. I love the color scheme. Really like Miyako. Can't wait to see a bit more of her because I know we're going to see her dancing soon and she's going to be a princess. I can't wait. The start of most journeys, when it comes to anime, the moment that gets them to start following their path, following the path to greatness or the actual path to where they want to be, it's a fun one because if you think about it, the start to this journey, which is very, very important, follow the panties. Because she does a flip right in front of him and he sees up her skirt and he sees the panties. That is what ends up, without, before he even realizes it, he stepped foot into the dance studio and he's followed her there because he's following the panties. I really hope they were nice pants. Pants come into mind because I watch a Heron, the last episode, all about those strawberry pants. Maybe they're strawberry pants. Pants are good. I hope they were good pants. This is something that I also was told is just by the time that you hit about 15, it's already considered a bit too late to get into ballet because it takes absolute years to prepare your ankles to go on point. The older you get, your bones are less flexible. You are more likely to break your ankles and do some very serious damage. When you hear the teacher go, well, no, he's already past it, he's not a prodigy, without knowing that he already took ballet, she's not wrong. The older you get, it is harder to do ballet, and it's very infrequent that you'll see ballet classes for adults. We do start to build up a bit of a mystery, the family secret, who is in the room. I did think initially it was the guy from the start who initially got Junpei interested in ballet. It's not. It is actually going to be the rival of the series. Every single good sport anime has a rival. We will meet him a bit more next episode. We hear Junpei being called a prodigy again. I did call him a prodigy. I initially saw what he could do as a kid and was like, that's definitely prodigy there. He's able to hold his weight. He's got a very nice balance. He's got some very clear, nice shapes. All very good stuff. And yeah, definitely a prodigy. But I really like the chemistry between the teacher and Junpei. I think they are fantastic. They wind each other up. They egg each other on. The calling of the old hag and the brat, I really like it. I like the chemistry with these guys because I think she realised that he would have to come back on his own. So it wasn't a case of you're going to dance. It's a you really want to dance, but you haven't realised it yourself. I did question whether he was actually paying because ballet lessons are not cheap. But I think the tutor even realised that Junpei was skating on the edge of lying to himself. Even Miyako saw that he was lying to himself. So he's using the guise of doing this martial art thing, but it's very clear that he really enjoys the ballet and he's still pulling out those ballet moves instead of maybe putting out a martial art move instead. I like the fact that a lot of this episode, it's all about facing the truth, being honest with yourself. We do get a nice bit of history as well for the dad, that his job was a stunt coordinator, which is another very energetic occupation. So you can see where this energy has come from the dad, and maybe it's passed down in the genes. It's a really fun role, and doing stunts and things like that, they're all things that are just fascinating to me, and I do find it very exciting to learn about. That's also where we get the important line that you don't have to be a man based upon what you think you need to be, based upon your dad. You should be the man that you want to be, and I think it's got a really nice message. This entire first episode is all about doing what you want to do, not doing something because you perceive that you should do something because that's the way it is. If you want to dance, you should dance. It all climatizes with the give up everything and actually dedicate yourself, because you can't keep trying different things. If he's going to try baseball, he's going to get the muscles where he doesn't need it. If he's going to dance, he needs to keep the figure going on. So all building up for it is whether Junpei can give it all up and actually dedicate himself to dance and realize that it's actually dancing that you want to do. You don't actually want to do the martial arts. He said so himself. He doesn't get that tingling feeling. He doesn't get that excitement with martial arts. He gets that with dancing in front of a lady who is telling you that, nah, you're not a prodigy, you're too old. He is spurred on to do quite an interesting Don Quixote dance moves. He does that in front of a complete stranger. And not only does he do it in front of a complete stranger, he goes and spends the night practicing to go back to say, hey, look, I've improved this. Look at me now. He needs to work out what it is he wants. At the end, we are given a nice little hint of our new character next week, who is going to be the rival. I can't wait, because it's going to hopefully spur the more competitive nature in the character out. I do get the feeling that Junpei can be quite competitive. The teacher is telling him he can't do something. It's when he goes, actually, no, I can. I'm here to prove you wrong. I think it was a great first episode, an introduction to our character. He's fiery, he's exciting. It's actually quite refreshing to see a main character who is motivated by proving people wrong. Certainly interesting in this case, it's all following the panties, but is a character who just needs a push. And I think introducing a rival is going to spur him on to do even better and actually make him realize that, yes, I can do this. I can be better than him. This is what I can do. Can't wait. Really excited to see this anime kick off. I was expecting this one to be good because it's Mappa, and most of the stuff that Mappa does is really, really good. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. I'm going to try and stop going off tangent. I keep going off tangent. That seems to be a bad habit I've picked up from last season. Thank you guys so much. Hello and welcome as well. If you have family for the first time, I hope it wasn't too weird. Talk about the episode that we saw each week, throw in some of my thoughts and theories, and just generally tell you what I like, what I didn't like, and try and give you a roundup of the entire episode as well. Thank you guys so much. I hope you're having a very good weekend. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you again next week for Dance Danseur. Goodbye, guys.